So, Rafat, you run an international website on paid content. Do you believe in the paid content model for newspapers, or is the future best served by advertising?
I think what I'll say is the future is multiple revenue streams. Paid content certainly will be one part of it. It will be a small part of it, but mainly it will be advertising. This is true for, I think, most general newspapers. Specialist newspapers like Financial Times, Wall Street Journal is a whole different case. But for most of the general newspapers, both national and local, advertising will primarily be the biggest revenue stream, whether in print and online or separate or combined.
And other devices, tablet computers, mobile phones as well?
I think it will be interesting to see how those develop. On an iPhone and an iPad, early days an iPad, people are paying for one-off, like they're paying for 99 cents, $2, whatever they're paying for it. It still remains to be seen whether they will pay an ongoing subscription in that app. I know Financial Times has started it. Washington Post has just launched an app that is a subscription app. It's still too early. I have my doubts on it, but at least the good part is you can always experiment. It's a much lower cost experiment than print. So all you have to do is experiment.
Tell me, what unique value does a newspaper website audience bring to advertisers that other websites can't?
I think really the knowledge of the local market. I know it's a cliche to say, but these are people, these are journalists, these are product people that live in the community, that live and breathe daily lives in those communities. So they have to take that experience and really apply it to an online product as opposed to, let's say, Yahoo Local, which is coming from wherever they're coming from, and then trying to localize. So competing against some of the big players that are trying to go local versus a newspaper that has a institutional knowledge of the local, I think they have to take that. One of the things they have to move away from, I think, is to just look at the daily newspaper online content, how do we repackage it? I think they have to start looking at developing completely new products that may have nothing to do with the content that they're doing online.
Local services?
Through services, through iPhone apps that are just iPhone or any kind of other kinds of apps that are just for, let's say, a sports event that's happening, or only restaurants in the area, or only movies in the area. I think they should, because the cost of developing these apps and the time to develop these apps have become shorter and shorter. There are a lot of tools that are available now to develop apps quickly.
What is quickly? Is that if you're a good iPhone app, does it take 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
I do not know exactly, but I would say that once you have a template that you know that these are the ways that you can develop apps quickly, the bottleneck, of course, is even if you've developed it, Apple will have to approve it. So
and how long does that take?
That could be anywhere from 24 hours to 2 months. You really have no idea. But if you have an ongoing relationship with them, they know you're an established newspaper, they know that you're going to do X, Y, Z, it's not going to be completely different. They will generally approve it quickly. But you have to have an ongoing relationship with them.
So the first one might take a little bit longer, but once or if you talk to them, that's all system, that's all planning.
Yeah, make sure that they know what's coming.
Is it fair to say you pick out local as being important? So is it fair to say that a local newspaper it'll be easier for them to make money online than say a national newspaper?
I think so. I mean in the US, how many national newspapers are there left? 3. Well, if you count Wall Street Journal as a national newspaper, these days it is. I think local, because especially in very small markets, I think the smaller markets are better positioned than mid-markets, because mid-markets there are a lot more choices, both in terms of entrepreneurs that are starting their own things, and local level, if you have a monopoly of sorts on the local information, which most newspapers do, I think that they're better positioned than mid-market local newspapers.
Thank you very much.
All right, thanks for having me.